I'm okay with that, but as far as a drug addict, it's not a good thing to do. When I was 13, we finally moved back to Norfolk, Virginia, and started smoking pot like everybody in school, started drinking a little bit, and never really thinking much of it. I didn't do a lot of it during high school, to be honest. Most of it started after high school, and then I got into the restaurant business, and I was working in restaurants, quote-unquote restaurants, bars in Virginia, they're both. So the crowd I was running with, everybody kind of smoked a little bit of pot, drank a little bit, did a little bit of cocaine, and that all seemed normal to me. It was just a normal way to function. And so I did, and never thought much about it. But the one drug, cocaine, it just kind of got a hold of me. And then my use escalated and escalated and escalated until really I got, my life started to spin out of control. Ended up, even through all that, ended up getting a good job at the post office in 1984. And I ended up working there for 20 years. And met a woman there, and I got married. Happened to be James's mom. So met her there, and we got married, and we started going to church, and ended up getting saved at Harvest Assembly, which I know they have affiliation with Youth Challenge because they came through this program. And he also during our time of being married, James was he had a little problem with drugs, as most of you know. I don't know if any of you heard his testimony, but I brought him here in 2004, 2005, in that general area. And he had a heroin problem, and so I brought him here. And so I'm familiar with this program in the mountain. Took him from the mountain to Valley Forge Christian College, so really familiar with the program. But during that time with his drug use, it kind of put a strain along with other things that I wasn't paying attention to. Not really seeking after God with all my heart, and his mother and I's marriage suffered, and we separated. And during that time of separation, I started going my own way again, because that's what we do when we're not following God. We do our own thing. What else can we do? There's going to be consequences in whatever we do, whether it's good or bad. So if I'm doing the right things, the consequences are going to be blessings. If I'm doing the wrong things, it's going to be cursings. So I started separating myself from God and going my own way again. Started using, I didn't really smoke pot again. I started drinking a little bit, going back out to the bars, but then I started using cocaine again. And I got real bad with it, just snorting. Then I met somebody who knew how to smoke the stuff. Then it got real bad. So I ended up losing a business, a house, a marriage, pretty much all my possessions. Spent $90,000 in 5 months, about the rest of my savings and money I had. So I lost all this due to just a drug, just because I wasn't following after God. I'd already been saved. I knew who God was. I knew His heart, and I just wasn't following straight up. So all I was doing was backsliding and being out of His will. So it kind of all culminated. I looked on the computer one day and had 2 charges in Virginia Beach, and I was a fugitive. So I better do something. I turned myself in, and James had somehow called me at the same time. He'd been praying for me, and he said, you need to come to the Youth Challenge. This struck me kind of funny. I said, yeah, you're right. I went, oh, where'd that come from? So anyway, I did. So I came in on June 2nd, and I did my 4 months here, and I've been up on the mountain for 6 months, and 2 more months I'll be coming back here. So,
Amen.
If you're faithful, it's amazing what God can do. I mean, I'm in the choir now, and I've never been happier, even with all the stuff that I lost. I lost about everything. But I've never been happier. So it doesn't really matter what you have. None of that stuff brings happiness. But if you know God and you seek after Him with all your heart,